They moved quickly. Hurd and Mansfield laid the dolly flat and lowered the older male on top, then repeatedly wrapped the thick nylon strap around him. Wanda turned and walked back through the swinging kitchen door. Moving past the grill, she gave a quick wink to the cook, who watched her pass with a grin on his unshaven face. Reaching the back door, she stepped out into the morning sun and peered around to find the woman she was looking for to her left, sitting on an upturned crate and calmly smoking a cigarette. Dressed in a light green dress and sporting a hairdo that reminded her of Polly Holiday, Wanda smiled at the woman and handed back the apron. "Thank you." The older woman nodded coolly and took another drag. "Happy to help." Wanda scanned the rear of the restaurant before traveling a few steps past the door to the corner of the building, where she observed Mansfield and Hurd with their unconscious cargo at the rear of the man's Mercedes. Wanda turned back. This never happened, right? The waitress rose from her crate and dropped her cigarette, mashing it out with the tip of her shoe. "What never happened, dear?" She then strolled to the back door and pulled it open. They were crappy tippers anyway. Both unconscious customers were placed into the trunk together. First the man, then the woman, before Mansfield climbed into the front seat of the Mercedes with the man's keys. Hurd drove the woman's car, a large Toyota Sequoia SUV, while Wanda walked briskly to Mansfield's 2002 3/4-ton Chevy Suburban. Together, all three backed up the vehicles and departed in tandem. The drive wasn't far, just a few miles north on the highway before reaching an obscured dirt road. Mansfield verified no other cars were in sight as he turned off. First Mansfield, then Hurd, followed by Wanda, one after another and at least 100 feet apart, slowing to minimize dust. Less than a mile from the highway, they each descended into a deep ravine and disappeared from view, where they eventually stopped near a cluster of large desert willow trees lining the dry embankment. They parked each vehicle under its own tree. Directly in front of them, a fourth vehicle was already present, and standing next to it were two men. Drawn and silent, both gradually ambled forward as Mansfield stepped out of his vehicle.